I believe Scotch is the fountainhead of some innovative thinking in the country.
Anything that you do for the larger good of the nation is a collective multi-stakeholder responsibility. And it's very important that we recognize the contribution of each set of stakeholders.
We all talk about India growing at a certain pace. We talk about the GDP, we talk about the way our economy is flourishing and will flourish in future. And if we do not include every single citizen in India to be a part of this entire journey, I would say that the job's not yet done.
Private sector is an integral part of the growth story, the change story, digital story of the country for years together.
Government cannot do anything on its own. Government needs participation by industry.
Digital India success story, I think there are multiple stakeholders. Each and every facet, each and every such group needs to be recognized.
So far, traditionally, government leadership has been recognized for accomplishments that have happened which have transformed the nation. And Samir has come up with the thought process of also looking at recognizing the private sector. And I always look at it as two sides of the coin.
I certainly think it's really unique, and I have to congratulate CAII and Scotch and specifically Samir for thinking of this. It's innovative, it's something very different, and I love the theme behind this, the theme of Parivar.
We have large population which is enamored by the visible impacts and very less people focusing on the foundation and fundamentals which will make those visible impacts happen. Now this kind of award recognizes the work of people into those fundamental aspects or the building blocks of the digital India. Hence I think it is unique.
They have always spearheaded deep research, unbiased way of looking at people, their contributions, no political dispensation or lineage, calling a spade and recognizing the work.
Somebody has to take the lead, and what I like about Scotch in terms of their approach is the difference that they bring in the thought process as they conceptualize the awareness generation about different aspects required for people to think about inclusivity, and that brings the uniqueness to Scotch.
Scotch, I think it's done a very good job in just getting so many diverse people together. I think with a great passion, Samir, yes. Almost like a mercenary with an objective. Keep moving ahead, all the best.
All of us who've been in at least in public policy or even working on digital initiatives, I think we've watched Scotch with great interest. We follow what they do. They've had some great initiatives, but more importantly, what they have planned for now is even more encouraging and more ambitious. Mr. Samir keeps talking about the Scotch family, but yeah, I mean, being a part of that family is great.
May I please invite Dr. Vivek Debroy, Chairman, Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister, to give away the Scotch CEO's Choice Awards 2021. The first award of the evening goes to Mr. Tanmay Chakrabarti, Group Government Affairs Officer, Tata Sons Limited, for contributions to mission mode projects. Mr. Chakrabarti's association with the rise of Digital India has been there since inception of the NEGP. the first ever mission mode project under the Atal Bihari Vajpayee administration, MCA-21. The scale and success of MCA-21 resulted in the Passport Seva project, and it was due to his efforts that the mindset at the time began shifting from what one can get from intelligent IT solutions to how much IT needs to be put into government systems. Many congratulations, Mr. Dr.
Good evening to everyone. Thank you, Samir, for hanging in there for the last maybe 20 plus years. I think Scotch has been a catalyst to the whole journey of transformation of the country. He has egged on the government, he has egged on the private sector, he has brought about the bridging of the minds. I remember all the engagements at the state government level that he had, and I thank him for bringing together this whole ecosystem. I see so many familiar faces here in the room. I want to dedicate this award to all my colleagues at TCS. I used to be 14 years in TCS and I moved to Tata Sons in 2018. I think it's the toil of 12,500 people who were working for government at that time. And today I am absolutely delighted to receive the award from Dr. Bivek Debroy, with whom I had the association of writing a paper that we presented to the Prime Minister in Chandigarh, together with Suparna. Yeah, of course, she was a part of it, where we actually prescribed at that time recommendations for digital transformation and e-governance. So I see so many familiar faces. Mr. Ramadurai, who was my first boss in TCS for 7 years. The next 7 years was Chandra, who brought me to Tata Sons. He said, 14 saal, is 14 years is enough. Now you come and work in Tata Sons. I think we as a country are have taken the right road to bring about the fact that you cannot administer 1.4 billion people in the traditional Nadewala file system that the British left for us. It's the digital transformation, it's the end-to-end holistic digital journey that we have to undertake to be able to bring about transparency, to bring about change. I thank my sacrifices made by my wife Preeti, who's here, for all the things that I didn't do with her, and my children who are here as well, my daughter from London and my son is here in Delhi, my in-laws are here. So it's a full contingent, as you can see. Samir, thank you so much for recognizing some of us in the private sector who were one side of the coin, if I can call that.
And for those of you, what has not been mentioned is इसने किया क्या था? Two things which touch all of us: the passport project and the MCA-21 project is because of this man here. And it has changed India definitively. So congratulations and thank you on behalf of people of India and Scotch Parivar.
The next award for the evening goes to Mr. Satish Kaushal, Executive Director, Government Advisory, Ernst & Young, for contributions to digital states. Mr. Kaushal has been central to the digital enablement of a new India as a strategy leader for the Aadhaar program and developing algorithms, biometric solutions and logistics. His vast experience in administrative areas and e-governance can be seen from projects such as the digital tracking of grains and essential commodities transported from FCI Government of Gujarat storage to public distribution points. Being part of the NEGP implementation and rollout between 2004 and 2007, he was instrumental in some of the projects that benefited from his expertise, including JNNURM, airport modernization and intelligent transport systems. Many congratulations, Mr. Kaushal.
Satish, a few words. You cannot go to a state government, actually even the central government, where everybody does not know Satish Kaushal. You know, his reputation precedes him. Satish, congratulations.
I don't have words to thank anything less than what Sameer has been doing for last so many years. Yesterday morning, I just looked at one of the videos on NEGP and came out a speech by Dr. Chandrasekhar way back in 2006. So it has been a long, long journey, and I must compliment for your persistence throughout. I must take an opportunity here while thanking Sameer to recognize the private sector here, that all of us have been a part of this journey. We continue to work, and I do take this opportunity in thanking EY for giving me a complete platform to work freely, and especially my manager and partner Gaurav Taneja. In the last 6 years, he has asked us to work closely in states like Bihar and Jharkhand. Just two projects that I would name. In Bihar, EY has been now working for the last 6 years. We have touched the lives of almost 13.5 lakh youth to skill them, upskill them, train them, and deploy them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And you know, the best benefit that you get if you know Satish Kaushal is sends you wonderful pyaz kachori.
The next award for the evening goes to Ms. Shweta Khurana, Director, Asia Pacific and Japan Intel Corporation, for contributions to capacity building. The crux of our work has been focused on facilitating access to technology, skills, and digitalization to meet different societal needs. Ms. Khurana has been driving large-scale public-private partnerships for well over 2 decades now, and the Responsible AI for Youth program with the NEGD, Ministry of Electronics and IT, has helped 52,628 students in government schools across India, and is another example of Shweta's commitment to empowering humanity through technology. Many congratulations.
Congratulations, Shweta.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and it's a privilege indeed. I have a lot of people to thank. First and foremost, of course, my mentors and all the coaches I've had over the years, and my peers. But more importantly, because the theme is Parivar, I want to acknowledge 2 sets of families who have been very closely associated with me. One is my team, who are watching me perhaps, and the second is my family. So I have my daughter, who's now grown up, but I kind of remember when she was young, she used to kind of imagine that, and she's the only child I have, so she used to imagine that my laptop is her sibling. And that's how that relationship kind of grew all the way. So more importantly, you know, when we work with government, we often say that our work is challenging because we need to create a win-win situation. A win for the government and a win for our organization who we represent. But what I really want to thank CII and Scotch specifically is because you've added another win to this entire statement. There's a win for the professionals who are here and who've been a part of this journey. So thank you so very much.
The next award for the evening goes to Mr. Akhilesh Tuteja, Global Head Cybersecurity Consulting and India Head for Digital Consulting at KPMG, for contributions to cybersecurity. Mr. Tuteja has been instrumental in moving the government and corporate perspective from risk mitigation to cybersecurity. His expertise is relied upon by the industry to protect mission-critical business assets as well as incubate and manage high-growth businesses. He is an ardent advocate of digital transformation and leveraging technology to address business needs with security embedded in design. Many congratulations, Mr. Tuteja.
Thank you very much. I really don't have words. You said we need to take 1 or 2 minutes. I don't even need to take that much because I don't have much to say. I'm overwhelmed. It's only about 15 years ago, I remember sitting in the audience when you were talking about and giving out the Scotch Awards and said, what these guys must have done to deserve it. And I'm so happy today that I have the privilege of sharing the stage with you. Absolutely fascinating. So the first reason I think I want to accept this award is for the people I've worked with. I don't think that a consultant like me can survive or do anything. All of you know that consultants are used to telling the time by looking at your own watch. So I've done that all my life. So all those who have shown me your watches, I thank you those and everybody. And the second person I think I want to receive this award is, some of you might know that we run a program called the Cyber Day. We believe that the cyber security is very important, but the most important people who we need to make secure are our young kids. So we teach school kids between 6 and 14 years every year in the month of October. And yesterday I had the privilege of teaching another 400 kids. And they were like 7 to 11. And trust me, they possibly know more than what many of my consultants do. So I think I accept this award on behalf of those. And lastly, I think, Samir, you've been giving a lot of people all the awards. I think possibly you deserve the biggest award yourself. So if I'm accepting this award today, it is my way of saying thank you and gratitude, because this award truly belongs to you for having created this entire inclusive India. Thank you so much.
The next award for the evening goes to Ms. Bisakha Bhattacharya for contributions to public policy. She is the leader for public policy APAC at AWS, working across sectors including IT, ITES, cloud, startups, medtech, semiconductor manufacturing, and advanced IC facilities. As a defense scientist, she has worn several hats. From the Rangachari committee that laid the foundation of the advanced pricing agreement regime for the Indian IT sector, she has worked closely with the Ministry of Finance to develop clarity in the GST regime, improving ease of doing business, market expansion, business competition, and innovation. Many congratulations, Ms. Bhattacharya.
Thank you so much. I think the brief that we have from Scotch is that it's an informal and a warm and a witty evening. So I'll stick to that, sir. We've got a lot of instructions, by the way, and today of how to behave and what to say. And I must say that the red carpet, wow, I think it's a one-time experience for all of us. And you've made us feel like stars. Thank you so much for it. I would like to start by really thanking the government officials for being extremely patient with us. I think we do go with lots of inputs. Of course, it's wonderful to be parts of organizations who have given me personally an opportunity to make this difference. It wouldn't have been possible without that. Of course, I work with AWS now, but before that, IBM, NASSCOM, FICCI. I think it just goes on endlessly. So I'm absolutely grateful to everybody who made that happen. And finally, of course, the family. I think they let me make my decisions. They allowed me to explore, like Rohan said, an extremely checkered career, moving from different areas. And I've loved that path. And I hope to bring that diversity as I continue to be a public policy professional. Today's award dedicated to all public policy professionals across the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now may I please invite one of my heroes, Mr. Amitabh Kant, CEO of Niti Aayog, to give away the Scotch CEO's Choice Awards. The award for contributions to digital municipalities goes to Mr. Prakash Rane, founder and managing director, ABM Knowledgeware Limited. What started as a maiden implementation of ERP systems at Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation during the early 2000s has flourished into a statewide implementation across over 275 municipalities in Maharashtra. Mr. Rane, personally seen at work, helped quickly establish himself as a force to be reckoned with in the municipality's domain. His company, ABM Knowledgeware, grew as an IT software and services company and was listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange. Many congratulations, Mr. Rane.
So Prakash, a few words. Prakash is the man who computerized possibly the first municipality in India. It was Kalyan Dombivli, where we met him. And the difference was so apparent, and after that he's done thousands and thousands of them.
Thanks to Scotch Group and CAI for giving this recognition. There are more reasons to be happy today, apart from being recognized. I'm from Mumbai, so meeting so many people face to face with so less masks, that gives me immense pleasure. That's the first additional reason why I feel happy about it. Second is to be in the company of this illustrious awardees as well as the distinguished guests. That makes the recognition more valuable. Thirdly, it's good to see some of the familiar faces who I would call them as the fellow travelers. It's good to meet all these people. ABM has been at the forefront of digitalizing municipality for quite some time now. With almost 25 to 28% of the urban local bodies, that is municipalities and smart cities as our customers, we saw it from very close how important municipalities are for not only for the ease of doing business, but also for the ease of living index. 35% was the urban population 2-3 years back, if I'm right. It's expected to be around 50% in the next few years. That underlines the significance of the need to digitalize municipalities. I feel if a systematic digitalization of municipalities is done, then something around 10% of their annual revenue can be generated only by monetizing the data that they will generate from data digitalization. Of course, there are challenges. There are acute occupational hazards. There are definitely, there are challenges which can be surmounted. It requires meticulous planning and sincere appreciation of the nuances of the change management that we look around. I will continue this journey. It's challenging. It is satisfying at times. Such recognitions do give a fillip. We hope to achieve further heights in this field. Thank you, everybody. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Prakash.
The next award goes to Vishal Jain, Joint Managing Director, Inspira Enterprise, for contributions to implementation. Vishal has helped enterprises develop resilience through forensics, investigations, threat hunting, threat intelligence, and response planning. He launched the first Gen Global Security Operations Center facility to provide end-to-end security solutions affordably. Having taken the lead for decades in digital transformation of BFSI, defense, healthcare, oil and gas, and city governance areas with numerous project implementation successes, Inspira today is known for and relied upon for its top-ranked managing security services. Many congratulations, Vishal.
So, Vishal Jain is the security man of India. He's done a homegrown company, an Indian company, which is doing fantastic job in cybersecurity.
So true to my age, I think I'm going to use a phone just for some notes, because we're all obsessed with our phones. Thank you, Sameerji. It's an honor to be in his company. Every time you speak to him, you feel really motivated to do something better than what you woke up thinking about doing. I want to skip through a lot of stuff. Obviously, there are a lot of people to thank, but few things we've been really passionate about, which really matters to us. Obviously, Sameerji mentioned that not all of us are born with the golden spoon, but I do believe as close to I can, that's how it was. I got a great platform from my father, as well as mentors or supporters like Mr. Tarmoy here, who've been very, very supportive of our journey. But I think all of you know, if you have any cybersecurity issues, to reach out to us. But what I'm really, really passionate about, and I think Sameerji touched upon, is going through a green initiative for our country, and to make sure we actually make a difference. And in our generation, it's just not about building a company, it's actually trying to make a difference. Whether it's through providing water at the most village level, it's about trying to solve green initiatives at our local level. And personally, and as an organization, we're committed to that, and that's what our journey is going to continue to be, while we also serve the government as well as the private sector in solving the cybersecurity needs. So thank you for this platform.
The next award goes to Dr. Suvi Chaturvedi, Chief Corporate and Public Affairs Officer, ZUPI, for contributions to corporate and public affairs. With over 2 decades worth of experience as a strategic advisor, public policy, corporate affairs and communications expert, Dr. Chaturvedi has been at the front and center of some of the most pressing developmental debates of our time, from digital economy, entrepreneurship and startups to diversity and sustainability. Subi has pushed for inclusive, intentional growth alongside governments, multilateral institutions and international organizations. Many congratulations, Dr. Chaturvedi.
I'm deeply overwhelmed and honored and delighted to be amongst you. I speak for those women who are in the room today and those who are not with us. It's been a long journey. I come from a city called Lucknow, capital of one of the most populous states, so we understand what the value of opportunity is. If you get a crack in the door, you drive a truck through it, you learn early. From my parents, I inherited a set of books. My mother's a Sanskrit scholar. We were never poorer for jokes, humor, and a lot of love and warmth in the house. So you grew up very quickly learning to understand and explain that people process technology. That is what builds frameworks. When you start setting out to build a life for yourself, I spent 5.5 years teaching in LSR, and I was engaging with young women and we were discussing women development issues. We're often accused of overstating our own case. I would never shy away from doing that. You learned very early in the safety of a campus what it meant to state your case about affirmative action. I've been truly blessed to be at the right time, at the right place. I'm very, very inspired with what Dr. Bivek Debroy spoke. It was such a treat listening to him. Samir, thank you again for treating us to this wonderful evening with colleagues. And I'm grateful to all the women who came before us. For my personal journey and my mission, I have a lot of people to thank, but above all, some wonderful mentors and a lot of people who stepped aside and made way for a lot of us. So today, as also the chair of FICCI's Committee for Women in Technology, Policy and Leadership, we're building the next generation of leaders, and we are very, very grateful, very conscious of our privilege. Thank you so, so very much for this deep honor. Grateful. Thank you.
Pleasure, Suri.
The next award goes to Geetu Bhatnagar, Senior Director, Marketing, India at Oracle, for contributions to marketing. Ms. Bhatnagar is a person of a high emotional quotient, working in an industry which is supposedly not very high on emotions, information technology. It comes from the conviction that people don't buy facts, they buy feelings that she believes in. This is what has made her a leader in customer experience and marketing strategy from the demand side. Many congratulations, Ms. Bhatnagar.
Thank you so much. Well, as a marketer getting this award from Samir Kochhar, clearly, who created a platform, which is what we marketers do, created a platform for government and public sector to engage and get the right information and content going. And more importantly, to get it from, I would say, God's only and incredible Mr. Kant. I think the marketing guru, I've always looked up to him. So it's a great honor and privilege to get this. I think 2 decades of working with, some of the mentors in my room. I see Bhaskar, who mentored me in Microsoft. Neelam, definitely I would call her out. I worked with her so closely in HP. And Shelly, my current boss in Oracle. And many, many IT friends, Tanmoy, Neil, Mr. Gurnani, of course. Very many people who we've really learned from, because these 2 decades, I can talk about a project which was Department of Post, which was way back in the late 90s, where I actually bought a map of India and bought some drawing pins because we had to set up a LAN in the post offices. And, it was actually a computer, a weighing scale, and a printer. That early, doing projects like that, working on a project for online ticketing for passenger reservation services. I mean, it was so unreal at that point in time. How will we do this? But from inception to execution of the entire project, things that we take so easily granted for today, booking a railway ticket and moving on. Communication projects for the Ministry of Defense, projects like A1, WESI, EMOLS, and Tanmoy is here, Tata Infotech Limited that time was working on most of these projects. As a citizen of the country, I was so intrigued working on those projects. There's so much that we have worked upon.
The next award is for contributions to the e-governance plan. What started as an informal paper architected by him on the adoption of e-governance practices by a state in India at the turn of the century got ramped up to a formal e-governance program rolled out nationwide. The credit squarely goes to him for being a rare individual in the private sector, yet an integral and intrinsic part of the rise of digital India as we see it today. Being a key stakeholder in India's journey of e-governance, he consulted not only with the central ministry but also state governments. The development of MyGov, a crowdsourced platform, has been his brainchild. Many congratulations, Mr. Rai.
Congratulations, Neil. As they say, you cannot make an omelette without breaking an egg. Trust me, to make Digital India, a lot of eggs were broken. Most of them were by Neil.
Thanks a lot, Samir. Thanks a lot, Mr. Kant. It's really indeed a privilege. I think thanks Samir in particular for bringing back memories of NEGP. That was the first time when a realization came that let's start with the citizens. Let's somewhere get the citizens first. And then everything else will follow. The demand pressure which it will create will get everything in. I think that was quite a journey that laid the foundation for Digital India. Yes, been very honored to be a part of that, whether it was land records or transport or registration. I think to see poor people in India get some of those very basic things, which even now we take it for granted. We talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about using real advanced stuff in agriculture or health, but then I think we were talking about very, very basic stuff. We were worried about data centers, we were worried about networks, we were worried about basic capacity. I think things have really moved on. So thanks for bringing back those memories. To PwC, I think, which gave me the platform to be able to work on all this. And I must say, I worked with PwC for 33 years, and thanks again. It's a little special day for me. I kind of retired from PwC today. So,
ladies and gentlemen, Digital India has been 40 years in the making, and we're fortunate to have had a ringside view of Mr. C.P. Gurnani's numerous contributions to it. The Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Mr. C.P. Gurnani.
And I'm absolutely delighted that today the first Lifetime Achievement Award will be conferred on Mr. C.P. Gurnani. My association with CP, as we all call him, is over 2 decades. Over the many years that we have worked together, we have learned from him, and I personally have had the pleasure of working with him across many organizations. He's someone who leads from the front and retains his very famous killer selling spirit, and I know how he inspires his team in doing that. He loves the fight even now, with competition, of course, and a never say no attitude. He does respect relationships a lot, and he invests deeply in that. And he does touch people in an unprecedented way when he connects with them and he continues the relationships. I congratulate you, CP, on this very well-deserved honor and wish you all the best here onwards onto your journey that is still continuing and impacting many more people.
Karan, like you mentioned, so delighted, CP, that the first Lifetime Achievement Award is being conferred on Mr. C.P. Gurnani. And, I was saying this to CP a few days ago, and CP hold me to it, but I was saying that, just the plethora or the depth of knowledge that you bring to all of us, it's an honor to interact with you every time. And I don't think there could have been anyone better to actually get conferred with this award than Mr. C.P. Gurnani. So congratulations for that, CP, and also congratulations to all the other recipients of the CEO's Choice Awards. What a phenomenal job, and my congratulations to all of you.
India could not afford mainframes, and it was his work with NIC that made HCL mini computers the first scale-deployed multi-user systems ubiquitous in government projects at the time. Even today, he continues to lead Digital India's growth story from the forefront with strategic projects on various smart cities, GST, and so on. Many congratulations, Mr. Gurnani. A big round of applause, please.
You know, CP has been everybody's guru. हम तो बहुत बच्चे थे इनके सामने IT इंडस्ट्री में. So my first encounter with CP Gurnani was because of NIC. NIC those days was led by. And you have to blame Vijay for that. No, not Vijay. There was a gentleman before Vijay called Dr. N. Sheshagiri. Now N. Sheshagiri was South Indian, of course, was Vijay, but Dr. N. Sheshagiri was a South Indian. And he loved to buy PCs and computers only from Shiva Sankaran. Well, I'm not saying there's something wrong with buying computers from South Indians, but you know, when 90% market share is there, then it's the apple, you know, the price that HCL, PCL, everyone is looking at, that how do I get a piece of that? So Ajay Chaudhary, I think, was in HCL then. He deputed Mr. CP Gurnani as head of HCL in Delhi, sales head. One of the things he was doing was to crack NIC. How do you get a foot, break Shiva Sankaran's stronghold and get into NIC? And from PCL side, that task was given to a lowly person called Samir Kochar, which was me. I was only a sales executive, so I do not even want to get into a comparative. And he won, obviously. Hands down, he won. What he did was, there was this, you know, largest tender of the industry. At that time for 80386 processors, I don't know how much you remember that. At NIC had this thing of benchmarking everything, and they had their own operating system called NIC Unix, which I don't believe for a minute was theirs. And so, you know, whatever you sell them was supposed to be benchmarked on that. And peculiarly enough, on this 80386, they were checking the speed of the serial port, which is a global standard. But with that driver and a particular motherboard, that serial port worked very well. I mean, there must have been an application, of course, for that. So we thought कि ये तो गया, ना HCL को मिलेगा, ना PCL को मिलेगा. So there was an IAS officer which was working in NIC then. I would not name the gentleman. Gurnani became good friends with him. We also tried to become friendly with him, but his approach was different and my approach was. We were like the whistleblowers कि सर क्या हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, हम मर गए, you know, एक ही कंपनी को सब जा रहा है, ऐसे de-risk करने का है. Gurnani साहब goes, meet Shiva Sankaran in a 5-star hotel and cuts a deal. इससे आधा कर लेते हैं. And he bought motherboards of Shiva Sankaran, which was an audacious act because he told Shiva Sankaran that Shiv Nadar had sent him. Shiv Nadar did not even know that Gurnani existed at that time.
Neelam product manager थी.
Neelam को भी किसी को नहीं पता. This sales guy, you know, that's why you call him Cat's Whiskers, goes and cuts a deal with the owner of a company who's a monopoly in NIC to buy motherboards of him. And then, you know, so rest of the history, it was not really a cartelization because they were buying motherboards and they were getting good value, etc., etc. But to narrate this story, there was a guy, my boss those days, called Manoj Kumar Bagi, who used to stay in Lajpat Nagar. His daughter's birthday, Mr. Gurnani was called. Although Mr. Bagi wanted to just cozy up with him because, you know, he was coming up. So we were called as good audience. You tell my team the story of, you know, how you cracked NIC because my team is great. So he came and told us that story.
So I can only say that I'm happy that I am today sharing this stage with the creator of modern India, Amitabh Kant. I mean, I don't know whether Dr. Deb Roy speaks economics or not, but he definitely speaks great English. So thank you very much, sir, for all the lessons in English today. And you know, Samir Kochar, you know, again, I don't know whether he is practicing inclusive India or he is taking history lessons. But thank you for reminding me. And, and so all I can tell you is that, you know, a lot of people out here, you know, I've grown up with. You reminded me of Neelam. Industry knows us as best friends, but they've never seen us talking to each other because they've only seen us talking at each other. So we continue to fight, but we are like siblings who ultimately stand by each other. Ajay clearly is a mentor, he is a brother, he has been a mentor to almost 1/3 of the people in this room. And in a lot of ways, he has clearly, in my opinion, created the majority of us in the Indian IT industry. So thank you, Ajay, for being there, for being the mentor. And I'm happy that Scotch has done more than serving Scotch. I'm happy that he has a sobering influence in Manisha. And I'm very, very happy when I meet the children, both the boys. I mean, they clearly are better versions of Samir. So congratulations for the better versions. And I am delighted that this Lifetime Achievement Award is not to superannuate me. And it is only to recognize my 141,000 associates at Tech Mahindra. So thank you again, Harsh. Thank you, Jagdish, for representing people who could not be present here. As everybody knows that I was not the Rolling Stone of this industry. I have had only 2 careers. One is HCL and one is Mahindra's. One of my mentors, my clients, and a very, very dear friend, Dr. Vijay Aditya, is here. And again, thank you, Vijay, for being here. Person I'm definitely missing is my wife, Annu. She happens to be with her parents in California. But I know she would have been happiest because she finally decided, or she has now learned, that I did something right because I got an award here. So thank you, guys, and thank you for conveying this message to Annu. And again, thank you, everybody. It's been good fun so far, and I'm not fading away. Whatever you guys may decide by lifetime achievement. So I am going to be here, and I am going to serve all of you and Tech Mahindra. Thank you.
Just say that I want to congratulate all the winners of this award. Very prestigious Scotch Award. Great event put up by Samir and his brilliant sons. So all the best. You know, my really great wishes to all the people who've done so much for this country. And I really want to congratulate. It's a great pleasure and an honor for me to give the award to Mr. Gurnani. You know, I've been a great admirer of his. If anybody in this country deserves the Lifetime Award, it's Mr. Gurnani for his really outstanding service. If Tech Mahindra is what it is because of his unique contribution to this company. So he's unique, he's full of energy, full of vibrancy, full of dynamism, and he gets youthful by the year. So all the best to Mr. Gurnani, and I'm sure that he'll get many, many, many more Lifetime Achievement Awards in the years to come, and he'll keep getting younger by the day. So all the best to Mr. Gurnani. Great pleasure. You know, Mr. Kochar is one of the biggest foodies in town. So I didn't even know that I had to give an award. I'd just come to enjoy the food, actually. So he dragged me out from there. So I'm just looking forward to the meal, and I think all of you should look forward to the meal. Just have a great time. He gives away awards on the pretext of serving great food, so just enjoy this great food. Thank you.
Peer recognition always helps. Coming from Scotch has made this extremely special. I think the way the award was given made us feel so very special, and it's extremely heartwarming to see not just the welcome or just the acknowledgement, but just the fact that the entire family of fraternity getting together in today's day and age, specifically in the midst of a pandemic, is something which is really nice.
I have gone through the books Sameer has written. I have gone through various articles in inclusion. I have seen the way they are choosing projects for giving awards. The way different initiatives are taken by Scotch show one thing for sure, that they have not lost their basics. They are not getting carried away with superficial cosmetic initiatives, but those sustainable initiatives which will create long-term foundation for achieving visible impacts. And Scotch's every initiative is bundled around this.
A lot of people like us, or maybe even so many others, who just work towards a certain mission, their own zeal, and sometimes enabled by the organization. And what happens is, some of these awards just really enables us to think bigger and just keeps us motivated. So I think it's a very, very unique thing, and thankful to be part of it.
I think the collective task of all of us together is to work together to be able to rebuild that new India, which is going to be resurgent, powerful, not from a military standpoint, but from an ability to sustain its population, to be able to have equitable distribution of prosperity, education, healthcare, drinking water, proper staying facilities, infrastructure for the people. All of these are attributes which are all the building blocks for the new India. And I would like to continue to contribute towards that, achieving that objective.
I would just want to continue working towards inclusivity, diversity, and making sure that we democratize emerging technologies for the larger advantage of humanity. And organizations like Scotch can be such a big collaborator in this journey.